Hello, and welcome back to Downtown for the final family episode. And well, there's no dice to be rolled today. We only have one family left in the bin, and that is the Raha family. And I wanted them to live in one of the cheaper buildings here. And there's actually only one apartment left, and it's in this house here. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move them in. So here we are at the house, and we have Donte Raha and his son Abhijit. We're going to be living together, and right now they don't have any money at all, so I'm going to have to fix that. But yes, this is the apartment that I have left for them to live in, and they're going to have this parking spot out back. They also have what looks like one room each. I think I can make that work. And then, yeah, bathroom in a funny shape. That's fun. Right, great. So, I think last time I gave the family a 5,000 starting amount, so maybe I should do the same thing for this family. There we go. And then I can rent this apartment. There we go. So if we start here with Donte, then as he's signing the lease, he is a family sim, and I'm gonna randomize his secondary aspiration. Okay, I got fortune for him. I'm gonna randomize his lifetime wish. Okay, so he wants to earn 100,000 simoleons. I'm gonna randomize his hobby. He got number 5. He is gay. And music is number 5. All right, and taking a look at his job, he's a golf caddy at the moment. I mean, that suits with being interested in music, that's for sure. And he wants to earn a lot of money. I could definitely see him being in the slacker career, like at the higher levels. But he can't be too high, because he can't be a celebrity, because then he wouldn't live here, you know? Yeah, it could be that he has a good job, but he could be in a tricky monetary situation for some reason. Or maybe he's like super frugal or something. That could also work. But I do think that he has an elder job at the moment. Just take a look at the careers. Yeah, exactly. So I'm just going to switch him for the adult career. Great, so now it's actually the proper career, and I was thinking like, I don't know, maybe level 6, what is that? Projectionist. I mean, that could maybe work, but what about level 7, what is that? Home video editor. That could be fun, actually. He earns quite a bit of money, but I could put him in debt, which would make him have quite a lot of bills. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what majors have slacker in them. So let's check that out. So art is one of them. Literature. And I think that could work because that has music in it as well, and like entertainment and things like that. So that could go with his music hobby. Also philosophy. Those seems to be the ones. No, but I think literature makes sense in that case. I'm gonna keep that one. Great, and in that case, I'm gonna go ahead and give him a job stopinator so that he can't be promoted, and then also probably a job outfit stopinator. I'm not sure if this career has a job outfit or not. That looks like he still has a point left. He probably doesn't care about vacation days if he wants to earn money, so maybe just skilled negotiator makes sense then. Great, and then let's move over to Abhijit. So he's a knowledge sim. Let's see what he gets. He actually also gets fortune, just like his dad. All right, and let's check what his lifetime wish is. Become the law, okay. And let's randomize his hobby. He also got number 5. All right. He is straight. Okay, but he wants a more serious career than with a lot of, well, potential for money earning for sure. He's a president though at the moment. So he's in the business career. Can't really see him at this level though, I don't think. That doesn't really make sense. So I'm gonna drop him down to like 2 or something. Executive assistant, yeah. Makes more sense, I think, for now. And if he wanted to join the law career, but now he's in the business career, is there anything that fits? Actually, psychology has both law and business in it. Yeah, let's go with psychology then. Okay, so there's some other sim in the neighborhood is also an executive assistant. Let me just check who that is. Ah, it's Trista Phelps, right. And then we have Ian Byle, who is a junior executive. So I guess one of them could be his assistant then. And then we have Vaudouin Tricot, who is a mailroom technician. That was the preparation for that. And of course, I need to set it to season 4. I should also consider the ages. Donte is a good age, I think. And of course, Abhijit has a sister. And that is Christy. And I do think that I kept her pretty young. Actually, I can teleport her over to check her age. I don't remember what family she's part of, though. Apparently that household is also called Raha. I'm just going to make her selectable. Yeah, I did keep her young. Looks like I only aged her with 2 days. I don't know who I want to keep older. Doesn't really matter, so I guess I can just roll a die for it. So if it's 1 to 3, it's Christy, who is the older sibling, and then 4 to 6 is Abhijit. Okay, so Christy is the older sibling. So that means that Abhijit is going to have to stay as young as he is. So he's freshly out of college. And I guess he just moved in with Dad then, while he's getting settled. And I suppose Donte has been living alone for a bit, and now all of a sudden he has a roommate. It could be interesting. I guess maybe his son moved into his old video editing room or something like that. All right, thank you, Christy. You can leave again. Right, I can get rid of these things except for the body hair thing, and I think I'm going to wait with that until I can actually see what they look like. So I'm going to give them both cell phones so that I don't forget about that. Great, and let's start with giving Donte a makeover. I am already wondering if I have anything this cool to put him in. He's really a hard rock grandpa. I love it. But let's see what I can figure out. All right, so let's give him long hair. Yeah, I think that this is going to be better for him. And I think I'm going to go with a darker version of this. Yeah. Now, about the glasses, I do think it's a bit ridiculous to have shades on at all times. The question is what I want him to have instead. Maybe he's really like in that like metalhead, wanting to be a celebrity kind of mindset. If he's a bit eccentric in that way, maybe he is wearing shades all the time. Because I don't really feel the glasses vibe for him, really. Just realized who he reminds me of. I think he looks like Ozzy Osbourne a little bit. I guess maybe these glasses made it even more so. So I think I'm gonna just switch him out to this. Yeah, let's go with it. And what about eyebrows? No, I think I'm gonna go with some gray ones here. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, I think that's fine, but I also think he should have some more wrinkles, probably. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, let's see about clothing then. Right, I have these. That's possible. I might come back to those later. Let's see what else I have. Yeah, a Nirvana shirt could work. I've also got these. I'm not sure he would wear a cardigan, though, so maybe not. Yeah, maybe this could work. And of course, these might also be good. But I think I have already 2 Sims in this neighborhood with this exact, well, not the colors and the patterns, but the same shirt type. Might be a bit boring if they all look the same. I don't think I've ever used this. Can try and see what he looks like in that one. Because I think that works better than the one at the beginning. And let's try the Nirvana shirt as well. But then you need some pants. Maybe those. Or those. Yeah, I think those are my best options. So let's see. Right. That looks pretty nice. What about this one? Yeah, in that case, those pants work better. I actually think that I liked this one more. Let's go with that one. He could wear the jacket as outerwear, maybe. Let's see what else there is. Nah, I think something like this is better. Yeah, and let's change him into his swimsuit. And then let's see if I can get the body hair to work this time. Maybe let's try set 3. Yeah, that one worked. So it seems like it was just set 1 that was acting up. Good. And then we have Abhijit. So he looks, he reminds me a bit of Shaggy from Scooby-Doo at the moment. But let's see what I can do for him. I think I'm just going to start by changing out those glasses. I like the shape, but I think I'm going to give him clear ones maybe. They are quite characteristic, though, I have to admit. Maybe let's see what they look like when I give him some other hair. And looks like I gave his sister the warm blonde hair tone. Actually, I think this might be perfect for him. He can keep the glasses then. I think that works, actually. And then let's see about the facial hair. Because right now it's a bit yellowish, I think. Just going to temporarily change colors because I have a hard time seeing actually what's going on. I think I'm looking for something like this. I think that's the one. All right, let's go with that one. Yeah, the thing is I can't really see behind the glasses. I guess I can change his outfit just to... Oh, is he going to wear those for all outfits? That's okay. Never mind then. I guess we're never going to see his eyes. That must be a glitch. They're not wearing glasses for all outfits, are they? Anyway, so he's got a red shirt on and jeans, and that should be pretty easy. I actually think I'm leaning towards a hoodie or something. There's a red one. Or this. No, I don't think this is the vibe. Something like this could work as well. Or a tracksuit could work as well. No, I think I'm leaning more towards the hoodie actually in that case. Yeah. So what works with the hoodie? I think I prefer this actually, rather than the bright red one. Yeah, those work. I can go with those. Okay, no, he's not wearing glasses with his swimsuit. I think he has blue eyes actually. Yeah, I think I want him to have that jacket. Nice, and let's go with swimsuit. And he can also have body hair set 3. Pretty sure. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, okay. So let's tackle this apartment. But before I could start, I realized, of course, that I needed to make sure that they had a loan so that they can have some money. And since I wanted Donte to be in debt, I made him take out a loan for 25,000 simoleons. So yeah, something for sure must have happened to him to put him into debt. Not sure what yet, but that can be part of his story for sure. And the apartment started out being very bright and cheerful with a very cute pale green color on the walls. That's not the case anymore. I have actually been eyeing this really obnoxious red color for a while, but it's always felt like I can only use this color for the exact right family. Otherwise it won't work. And I think I finally found the family that can take this color. And I think also with the apartment being in downtown helps, because I feel like this kind of really bright colors that someone had a creative idea at some point and colored the walls, and then the other tenants haven't been able to afford repainting the walls, and then people have been moving in and out of the apartments and so on for years. I feel like that's sort of the vibe for this whole apartment complex in this part of town. So yeah, but I could also totally see Donte painting the walls this color as well, because I kind of feel like that fits as well. So yeah, there we go. And speaking of Donte, I started with furnishing his room. So as I mentioned already, my idea for this apartment was that Donte has been living alone here for a while. Maybe he's had a lover or something, or I don't know, but that this room that I am furnishing now used to be his sort of his office, where he edited his videos and worked on his music and such. But that now his son has had to take this room over, which meant that Donte had to sort of squeeze everything in to his own bedroom, and meaning the both his computer, but also, you know, squishing his bed into one side of the wall. So that's why I wanted him to have a double bed still, but that only one side of it is usable for the time being. And of course, I'm gonna have to see how things develop, if that's gonna stay that way or not. And this room, of course, still needed to host the instruments. So this I wanted this room to still feel kind of like an office, if that makes sense. So Abhijit sort of stuffed a bed in here so he can sleep here, but it's not really completely his room, if you know what I mean. It's sort of a mix of an office and Abhijit's stuff. I'm thinking that the keyboard is probably Abhijit's, and then the bass is Donte's. That's the way that I played it out later as well. And then I had to actually sit down and just look at this room for a while, because it took me a bit to figure out where to put things. It's such a funny shape of a room. And in the end, I actually ended up figuring it out only based on where in this room is a space that can only be used for one thing. And that's when my eyes were drawn to sort of the area where I put down the dinner table, because I couldn't figure out anything else that I could put in that spot than the dinner table. So that's sort of how I got started with it, and how I continued on to put the kitchen close to the front door. However, I wanted there to be some sort of divide between the kitchen and the front door, and my first idea was that I was going to make sort of a curved counter space to create a walled off area. But the problem was that as soon as I started to try to put in counters, they refused to snap together in that spot, and I still have no idea why. I tried a bunch of different things and it just didn't work. And then I tried using islands, and that just looked terrible, because it was like the opposite of what I wanted to do. I wanted it to be like a cut-off place that was a division. Putting down islands made it feel like you're supposed to sit at those counters. So yeah, in the end, I actually had to sort of squish the counters together, and I managed to make it work with help of a half-size counter. So one of those half-tile ones that I put into that corner to make it look kind of seamless, but still it doesn't look perfect, you know? But yeah, I felt like that added to the charm in the end. Just don't look too closely. And doing that, I could actually also put in this sort of Japanese style lattice frames to screen off the kitchen even more, and that actually made it all come together beautifully. This was the vision that I had, and in the end, through the struggles, I managed to recreate it for real. And I put in some beer bottles and some tools and things, and my idea for this was really that I felt like these guys are collecting a lot of useful things, but they don't really have anywhere that's like designated for them to be put away. So I feel like they would just shove things on top of the fridge, they would put things into the corners of the tabletops and the counters, and eventually I'm gonna end up just shoving a stack of newspapers behind an armchair as well. So I feel like that was the vibe I was going for with how they are maintaining the household. And of course this area of the room became the living room then. And I wanted a huge carpet. And I know that I've mentioned this over and over again, but I wanted to create a room within the room. So this huge carpet helps with making sort of an island within the room. And it being a carpet as well, or a rug, also makes it look more cozy in a way, that this is where you actually sit down to relax. And I decided to frame in the TV furniture with some shelving like this, because otherwise I often feel like the wall looks too empty above the TV. So putting in some knickknacks on shelves above makes it look more cohesive and also a bit more personal, I feel like. So I added in a little bit more red on the table here, but I tried to not add too much like matchy things here. It's supposed to look a bit cheap, a bit mismatched. And I think that this huge mirror that I put in the sort of the entrance way brought it all together. That was like the final little detail that just made it all work. I was very happy about that. And then the bathroom was just kind of impersonal, but I feel like this is just a room that's meant to be used for what it's meant to be used for, and then you don't really spend too much time in here. At least it's that way for these guys, I think. So that's why I also didn't put in a bathtub. I didn't feel like they had any reason to use one, so I just put in the shower there. And and then I'm adding in the time control clock, and I'm basically done. And that's the apartment finished. And as I was starting to set this up, I realized that I have another idea for these siblings, and that comes from the fact that Donte is gay, and I was thinking, what kind of relationship has he been in the past for his children to be born? And I was considering their appearance, both Abhijit and Christy. I don't think they look that much like him. I think that they could definitely be more similar to him in some ways if they were his biological children. So what I'm thinking is that they could be adopted, And then that Donte has had a partner in the past. And I don't know yet what vibe I'm getting, if he has a past partner who he's broken up with, or if his partner has died, like his previous husband or whatever. Don't know, actually. I feel like he could potentially have had a very wild romantic life. But it's also a family sim, so I could definitely see him having wanted to get married at some point. Maybe he found the love of his life and things didn't work out. So I think I am leaning more towards divorcee, actually, in this case. And yeah, that he took custody of the children. I guess maybe they were really young back then, so they haven't really had a relationship with their other father, possibly. But in connection to that, I was thinking that it wouldn't make sense, actually, for Abhijit and Christy to be twins. I think generally siblings are often kept together, but I'm assuming that the chance is higher if they are twins. Not sure how that works, but it makes sense in my mind anyway. So I'm gonna actually age him with 2 days. And I guess Christy will be the older twin then. But then he'll become an elder in 33 days. And I was pretty sure that that was the same for Christy. Let me just double check that. Yes, exactly. Oh, but that's actually after I've played with her for 2 days, now that I think about it. So he actually was the correct age. Because in 2 days, he will be the same age as her. So actually, I don't have to do anything. I have to age him down again. Yeah, there we go. Now it will be correct. So they are twins then. Things worked out that way. Good. And I'm going to go ahead and slow down the time. And right, so Abhijit has the day off. And I have not given him anything to stop his progression. But I think I do want to. And I'm pretty sure he's going to be wearing an ugly suit to work, but I think that actually fits because he couldn't come to an office wearing a hoodie, looking as slobby as that, I don't think. So that actually makes more sense like that. Then, of course, there's the car out back, and I think that should be Donte's car. Donte will work today, so he's going to leave in a little bit. He's thinking about pets. And that would actually make sense, I think, for him to have pets. So I think I'm going to lock that in, but I don't know what kind of pet to get him yet. And Donte has 3 points in cooking, and Abhijit as well, actually. Abhijit wants to earn 100 simoleons. I think maybe Donte should just serve up some breakfast then for them. Let's start there. Okay, and Abhijit autonomously went to the piano. So that's good. Right, I did get the vibe that Abhijit was a pretty slobby sim, and he actually is. And I can really see him having acquired some lazy habits from living in a student dorm that he's carrying with him back in with his father, who's a little bit more neat, but also more on the sloppy side. So it looks like Abhijit is a little bit more on the grouchy side, so maybe he's closer to irritation. But they have a very close relationship, so I think that so far so well for the two of them living together again. So last time I was playing, I was thinking about making Donte friends with, of course now I've lost the name, but the elder man I was playing with. Let me check. Right, Tyler. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. They are both family Sims and they live in a close area to each other. They're also the same age, although they don't really have the same interests. But they could be like childhood friends or something. I don't know. They could be friendly anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead with relationships and set have met to start. And then let's go long term 70. Makes sense, I think. And then just set friends and set best friends. Yeah, I think that's fine for now. And other people Donte can meet later. Yeah, I think that's okay. It's possible that these guys haven't been living in downtown for that long as well. Could be that they have very recently moved in here, with the twins getting their majors. Right, so Donte is leaving for work and Abhijit is left alone. I saw that Mr. Humble was here with his package. Yep. Okay, so let's start this by just checking out the neighbors, and looks like we have Dominic out here, so you can go outside and greet him. Looks like we have Rosemary Fancy here as well, who's the assistant to the diva. She attended one of my parties here recently, and she seems like great fun. Can just say goodbye to her again. And yeah, it looks like there's just Dominic out here for now. Or okay, so here we have Nolan as well. Can greet him too. Okay, good. And I was hoping that I would be able to have him introduced to neighbors, but maybe we can do it upstairs. Okay, yeah, good. Both sisters are actually home. Not all furniture are loading in, looks like. We can greet Rose as well. Oh, he didn't actually meet her. That's strange. Oh, he did. Just didn't load in. Okay. And he can go ahead and... Oh, no, we can't introduce to neighbors to Sid Roseland. Maybe is he outside? Maybe he's at work or something. I guess so. Because, yeah, I can try knocking on door. Let's see what happens. Okay, he doesn't feel like hanging out. Okay. Just wanted to introduce to you, but okay. Dominic is visiting the Millers, okay. All right, but Ray is not outside either, so just gonna have to wait for that. Then I think it's a good idea to keep trying to have him meet some people, so I'm gonna check the chat here. Not too many on here, but let's go with this. Now that I think about it, I think Dominic also has the music and dance hobby. So that might be something for them to bond over. Oh, here's Sid. Let's greet him as well. The best gathering place. Let's just drop all of them downstairs. Okay, no, here then. Yeah, still no sign of Ray, but I think that he works early. Like 9 to 3 or something like that. Oh no, here he is actually. He is home. There we go. Just strike up a conversation. Could have lunch as well. Starting to get hungry. So he's actually a bit shy. So I don't think he would naturally seek out companionship then. He's very active though. And very playful. I guess the playful side might have him seek out company. All right, I'm gonna send him inside to eat something, I think. I'm trying to think of what kind of activity he would do if since he's very active. And actually he's been interested in sports. He's a little bit in fitness, but that appears to be what he actually had from the start before I changed it. So he even has a membership in it. I guess I can put in a punching bag for him. Ah, it's too expensive. Of course, I could put in that one, but it's too big. Could go outside, but I don't really think I want to have it there. So maybe, I guess it could be a runner. I don't know if he can go jogging. Yeah, he can. Okay. Well, let's do that then. Yeah, I mean, let's bring everyone. Let's go jogging together. Let's see who actually joins him. Yeah, okay, looks like everyone might be joining then. Yeah, there we go. Abhijit is back. And here the others come as well. He was a bit quicker than them, I guess. I don't think they built any relationship from that, but anyway, they went out jogging together. That's nice. He's gonna take a cold shower. Then I think I'm gonna have him just take a nap for a bit. Oh no, he's sick with a cold. I guess the shower was a bit too cold for him. All right, so here we have Donte home again. Nice. Looks like he needs the bathroom. Yeah, I'm gonna have Abhijit serve dinner while Donte is meeting some people. Let's go with some spaghetti. Oh, actually, it would be nice to have his sister over. So let's see if she can come over for dinner. Oh, it got so dark. Let's just force the the lights on. I'm gonna ask her to bring her roommate. Yeah, they're coming over. Someone's calling. Looks like there's need of some more lights in the kitchen actually, because this was really dark. Just gonna move this one. And then maybe like a floor lamp or something. Yeah, I think that's fine. No. And also, you're coming over, so you can't talk to your dad. It looks like they have already arrived. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have Donte greet everyone, actually. Just gonna interrupt the chat interaction here. Looks like Celeste cracked a joke the first thing she did, and he really enjoyed that. So good first impression, I think. Let's just call everyone to meal, because I think that Abhijit needs to eat a second plate anyway. Yeah. Oh, but he didn't get the prompt, so. Oh no, Dante's also sick. Oh no. Let's hope they can sleep it off. Maybe it wasn't so good to invite Christy and Celeste over then. Oh well. Wow, Abhijit is really wolfing down his food. I guess he's a little bit impatient. Ashley didn't meet Celeste through that interaction, so I guess he can admire her and see what happens. Oh, no, okay. No, not true. Let's try that again. Yeah, she accepted it. Good. I guess he can take over the chat here. Yeah, I'm gonna have Donte keep talking to Celeste. Seems like they were getting along quite well. They already have a 30 short-time relationship. I'm also thinking about what kind of pet Donte would like, and I'm leaning more towards dog, and I'm leaning more to a rescue rather than anything else. I'm pretty sure if he calls today that they come tomorrow with the dog, I think. I think the wait is a little bit longer for adopted children. But yeah, if he calls for, I think it's service. Yeah, pet adoption service. Are you trying to sit in that chair, but it's not working? Let me put that on this magical object, the object rotator, and see what happens. Let's make it invisible. All right, so it's also a question about funds because he doesn't have very much money. So it probably can't be one of these big dogs. They are quite expensive. I'm trying to remember what breeds these puppies are. I think Leroy is a Doberman. And I think Max and Benny are collies. I don't think I want him to get a puppy, though. That's the issue. He is living in the same apartment complex as Sid Roseland, and I remember there were some discussions in the chat on that video, or some suggestions, rather, that Sid could take in strays and train them and sell them. And I think that might actually be a great idea, that next time I play Sid, that he's come over some sort of stray that he's trained, or I might not even have to wait actually for that. I could just do it now and say that that's what happened, that yeah, Sid took in a stray that he made good enough for a family to actually keep, and then Donte offered to buy the dog off him, maybe sooner than others would, because they are neighbors and he could get quick help if something happened, I guess. So I need to access the strays. And I do have the sim blender that can help me with that. And of course, this upgraded sim blender has options for summoning pets. And I can go with dogs, stray. And I'm not sure which one to go with. I might just take one at random and see what pops up. So this is Moody. By looks, I think he looks quite nice. Oh, can't I make him selectable? Oh, there we go. So he's an adult dog. And he's actually quite well behaved. He's a Dofus, lazy, friendly, between aggressive and cowardly, and then a pig pen. I think that's pretty nice, actually. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and move in Moody. And then is Sid around? Because Donte should definitely know him. Yeah, he's down there. So I can just go ahead with relationships. Sid, Seth have met. And I guess they should be a bit friendly then. Maybe 50. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so they have a dog. Nice. And he didn't have to pay for it. But I feel like this amount of money makes sense. And they need to buy pet supplies anyway. So let's go with this. Pet bowl. And I guess I can put in a pet bed here somewhere. Actually squeezed in quite a lot of stuff here. I think he can have a pet bed here. Oh, that's very big. Yeah, I think that works. And then, of course, a chewing bone. Yeah, and that should be it. So welcome to the family, Moody. Oh, good. Abhijit is healthy again. Nice. Oh, he doesn't want to be petted. Okay. That's a bad start. How about play? No, looks like maybe he needs to be left to his own devices for now. I think getting him a collar is a good idea in case he runs off. Abhijit is almost done with the chat, so he can go shop online. And there are fewer options here than normal. I think maybe he has to stop his interaction first. Okay, let's try again with Moody then. Play. He's really upset about the TV, it appears. Okay, good. The computer is free, so he can go and buy a collar. Play worked better. That's good. I think Abhijit can also greet him. Let's see if he can stroke him without issues. Yeah, let's grab this one. Yeah, he could give him a pat. That's good. And I think Donte has to use this mirror. And Abhijit should probably say goodbye to everyone because it seems like the company and all of the noise is upsetting poor Moody. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, he's gonna play some bass. Yeah, it's good. Okay, and that didn't actually fulfill the obtain pet, so I'm gonna control and right click. No, is it control click? Yes, I think. No. Is it shift right click? No. There's some sort of thing you can do to fulfill a want. I thought it was control click. Don't know, but I guess I'm gonna unlock it then. He's gonna try to destroy the furniture, so let's scold him quickly. Does Moody have any trained commands? Oh wow, we can sit sit up, speak, and stay. Okay, wow. He's a trained dog then. So I guess that's what Sid taught him, besides some manners. Are you gonna nap? No, you don't need to nap. He actually hasn't met Ray, so he can go outside and meet him. Right, so he knows Sid. He can actually chat a bit with him. See if he can befriend him. He wants to get a friend after all. Oh good, Moody found the bone. Just praise for not chewing on the furniture. Yeah, good, so now they're friends. And I think it's about time for Donte to use the bathroom and then go to bed because he's very tired. And Abhijit is actually fine. He's still feeling okay after that nap. Let's see what sit-up looks like. No. That's cute. I think he can scold him for hostility. Oh, but he actually shouldn't have to because he's fully trained in that, so I'm gonna remove that. No need to destroy their relationship if it's not necessary. Yeah, no, I'm actually also gonna send Abhijit to bed then. He has work tomorrow, bright and early. Oh, can you not access the bed or something? I wonder if it's the bedside table. How about now? No? What now? I'm just gonna try and see what happens if I remove the bedside table. Oh, I still can't access it. Okay. What's the matter then? Is it... I've had no problems having them access beds like this before, so I don't know why it's a problem now. What about now? No. Why though? Is it because of this desk or something? Yeah, it was because of the desk. Okay, interesting. Well, in that case, how do I want to do this? I think I'm gonna move this. And then instead of a bedside table with a light, I'm gonna have him have a wall light. Like that. And then I guess I'm gonna have to put the table that way instead. And then, yeah, maybe let's have it like that. Actually, I don't think I need to have this smaller table then. I can actually have a proper sized one. That might even look better. So let's go with this one. And I don't even need to have this on this OMSP then. There we go. And then this chair. That should work. Because then he can access the bed this way and then use the chair here and still walk behind the chair. So that should work. All right then, but let's save here and speed through the night and play another day. That's good. So we have the morning and both Abhijit and Donte are actually healthy again. That's perfect. Oh, looks like Sid is bonding with Moody here. That's perfect. And speaking of him, Donte actually has the day off. I didn't realize that. But yeah, he should probably be taken for a walk or something. But then, yeah, Donte can sleep in until he wakes up naturally. But of course, Abhijit needs to go up because he needs to leave for work soon. And looks like he needs a shower. But then actually, if Donte is not going to use the car today, then Abhijit might as well just take the car. I'm going to switch the ownership to him. They can take turns. He actually has time to eat something, so why don't you just drink some juice? I get the feeling that Abhijit is a little bit young and naive, that he has these grand dreams about his future, that he wants to become a famous attorney and earn a bunch of money. And I think that he's probably very proud of already getting a foot in a business like this. And I think that unless he gets promoted very, very soon, he's probably going to be disillusioned quite quickly with his dreams of grandeur. So yeah. I think he probably thinks pretty highly of his own capabilities, but he doesn't realize how hard the competition is in the city, probably. So he might be a bit of a dreamer, actually. And I think that his father might be someone who has encouraged that as well, that wants his children to aim high and to follow their hearts and do what interests them. But then they're going to have to wake up to the harsh reality, of course, as well. So what other hobby besides music and dance does Donte have? He likes nature. I guess that goes hand in hand with him wanting a pet then. I guess maybe he likes going out on walks with his dog then. Yeah, looks like he's waking up now. Okay, so Donte woke up thinking about romance. I don't think I have any gay elders. No, I have very few gay sims all together. Actually, it's quite surprising because when I did the same thing with Strange Town, I got quite a few gay sims and bisexual sims. So that's just a randomization for you, I guess. It's a bit sad. But I guess you can meet some townies and see who's out there. I guess Donte would be someone who goes to the park with his dog quite a lot. I think there's a park in downtown where there's like a stage. Maybe I can set that up for having musical instruments and having like the capability for having performances or something. That would be fun. I get the feeling that Donte might be one of those very laid back people that doesn't match very well with someone who's more fiery and who wants a lot of romantic confirmations all the time, you know. He might be someone who's more subtle in his affections, and That might be one of the reasons why he's had a turbulent romantic life. Yep. I'm gonna have him take Moody out on a walk. Even though it's raining, I feel like that's something he would do. Sid literally ran to the skunk. He really loves animals, but it was to his own peril. And also Ray got sprayed as well. Oh no, Donte is sick again. I guess walking out in the rain wasn't the best idea. Oh well. Has he received any more points here? He has actually, so he can get the comfort soup. Let's grab that one so he can get some warm soup to hopefully feel healthier later. Oh no, I see that Dominic is also sick. Looks like it's starting to spread. Oh well. Why don't you chat a bit with him? I feel like those two should get along quite well as well. Or maybe not. Well, it looks like they disagree on environmental issues. Wow, that's one excited skunk. Oh, he's gone. No, he's back. Are you running in circles? Well, I guess they don't really get along that well. So, yeah, okay, maybe they're trying again. Dominic is gonna tell him a joke. What's your problem? Oh my goodness. Well, I think that Donte is probably gonna go upstairs and have a nap or something, since he's not feeling well. Oh, that's the perfect spot to lie on. Let's just put him in the kitchen. I think that's fine. You can use the bathroom. Ooh, speaking of the bathroom, I just realized a design flaw that I did. To be fair, I didn't know that they would be getting a dog when I built this, but there's no bathtub, so they won't be able to wash him. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change things around here. Probably gonna put in a tub with a shower. I think that's gonna work the best. Is there anyone he can chat with? A couple of people. Right, so let's get rid of this shower and also this entire thing. I can probably still use this one, right? No, it's cutting into the wall now. Maybe I could have it here. No, that's also cutting into the wall. No, let's just scrap that one then. And probably put the toilet there. Let's go with that one. And no, that's also cutting into the wall. Yeah, let's go with that one. Good. That should work. Because I saw that Moody was a bit dirty, so it's gonna need a bath soon. I'm wondering what the home video editor means in the context of downtown. Because there should be like filming studios and movie directors and such things here. So I guess it could be like a indie film movie director or something like that he makes videos or edits them, but that he hasn't been very successful at it. Maybe he's not the most talented in movie editing. That could be something. All right, let's see about giving Moody a bath. I think Moody was a pig pen. Yep. So he's not gonna want to be washed, but Oh, wow. I actually expected him to escape, but he didn't, so that was nice. Give him big praises for that. He's a quite barky dog. Even though he's fully trained in playfulness, he's barking quite a lot, actually. Guess maybe he gets a bit anxious, which would make sense from having lived on the streets. No, he can rub belly now. Nice. They're growing closer. Bless you. So I think that I'm gonna have Donte just play bass for a while. Oh, nice. Here we have Abhijit back as well. Okay, so he has to want to take a hike. He's also a bit interested in nature, actually. What's this? Gain a skill point. I mean, he could just jam out with his dad. Yeah, okay. I guess the base is in the way for his wardrobe. So let's just change interior day down there. Just gonna have him meet some more people here before doing anything else. So far he hasn't met anyone he's particularly interested in. I think I'm gonna have Donte give Tyler a call, actually. Seems like their friendship is slipping a little bit, so I'm gonna just have them talk for a while. So Abhijit actually met Zach Sartor earlier, and I feel like he could be a good potential friend for the whole household, actually. So maybe it's a good idea for him to befriend Zach. Don't think he knows the other guys in the same household yet. No. Doesn't look like it. But that might be nice because then they could like go out and party together. I could form a group for them. Yeah, I think I might try that now actually. So let's just have him walk out here to the big room. Okay, yeah, they finished chatting. And I think actually that I'm gonna have Donte serve some comfort soup to hopefully cure that cold. Well, he's not cured yet, but maybe that happens soon. I think I can send him back to play some more bass. Oh, good. Now he's healthy again. Nice. It actually worked. Yeah, and Abhijit can actually eat as well. Don't remember if he's still sick, but might as well. Looks like Dominic is playing on his own bass downstairs, making some noise. There's another rock grandpa. That might actually be a good friend for Donte. Mr. Christian Love. I'm gonna have them chat and see if they get along. Looks like Christian is probably not gay, but maybe he knows someone that he can set up Donte with. It looks like they're talking quite a lot about romance after all. Well, looks like they had quite a lot in common. Let's talk about... Oh, we can't even talk about music and dance yet. That's a shame. Is there like a story he can tell for music? No. Nope. Guess no music for you. Let's crack a joke instead. Okay, Abhijit is done. He's reading the newspaper now. But, oh wow, he's really tired. I guess he has been working. He can make some coffee. So Moody has found a bed, but he hasn't even stepped close to his own bed yet. I'm wondering if this table might be interfering with it. I think I might try to scoot it a bit closer to the mirror here. Maybe that works better. It's random as well sometimes. I just feel like There are some dogs that I play with that just doesn't like their beds. But then I get a second dog for the family and they love their beds, so it's not a routing issue. I guess it's just their personalities coming out sometimes. That's good. Now he has more energy. I think he can play some piano for a while. And Donte is actually almost friends with Christian. That's nice. Well, they're only just friends. I think I'm gonna just give Christian a quick makeover because he is now friends with Donte. I feel like he might become more of a prominent character here. So maybe let's just give him something like this instead. And maybe some makeup. Yeah, looks good. Just gonna say goodbye to everyone. And then it's time for bed, looks like. There we go. And no, leave that for your father. Just keep practicing. You do want to get the skill point after all. Looks like he's close. No. He's only just started actually. Okay. I was mistaken. He has quite good creativity skill though, so. Guess he's getting bored quite quickly with that though. Where is Moody? Oh yeah, in the bed. Maybe if he performs, he will keep doing it longer. Oh, the routing here is so amazing. Scold for using a sim bed. Yes, that makes sense. And then just sleep in your PJs. Yeah, looks like Abhijit needs to have a shower before he goes to bed as well. That's actually something that's good with this dog. He's already potty trained. I don't have to worry about that. I guess he's gonna join Portos in flooding the backyard here. Actually, it doesn't have any other puddles yet though, so I guess it's being soaked up somehow. Or maybe there's someone who's really neat who's cleaning it up. Okay, there we go. So that completes all of the families in downtown, finally. It only took me like a year and a half to get to this point, I think. So yeah, but it's been very interesting to get to know everyone. I've never played with these Sims and I've very rarely even added downtown to my neighborhood, so I haven't interacted a lot with the Sims either, so it's been really interesting to get to know them better like this. And as for Donte and Abhijit, I actually look forward to getting to know them even better and follow up on their potential relationships in future. When it comes to Donte, of course, he has two difficulties. It's in part being gay, so he can only date gay Sims, and I think there's not very many of them. And the second difficulty is that I would prefer it to be an elder as well, if I can swing it. Otherwise, if he finds a townie that's an adult that he has really good chemistry with, I might just say that that adult is close to his elder age stage. So that might be a solution, but yeah, it's going to be tricky for him. So I'm excited to see how that actually resolves and works out for him. And as for Abhijit, he hasn't seen any girl that he finds very attractive yet. And it's going to be fun to see what happens when he starts interacting with people and hopefully befriends some people that he can hang out with more as well. I think that he would be interested in going out on clubs and partying and things, at least in his younger age, before he gets too career-oriented. But yeah, for now I think he's happy with staying with his father. I don't really see any reason for him to move out at all, actually. I think that this is a quite good arrangement for Abhijit. And also for Donte, to be honest, because there's someone who he can rely on and who can help him out in his older age. Unless he finds a partner, that might be awkward. Though, if someone else moves in with him and then there's like a third wheel as his son, that might be strange. So let's see what happens. It might be that changes things. And yeah, I'm actually also looking forward to like the next finishing episode that I'm gonna record, because I want to go through all of the families that I have played with now and make a sort of a summary of what has happened, what I've learned about their characters, and try to like map everything out in my mind as well, because it was, as I said, I think a year and a half since I played with the first family. So some of them I don't remember very much of exactly what I actually figured out. So I'm gonna rewatch the footage back again, I think, to get to know them again, and then put together like a summary video where I also do some neighborhood maintenance. I fixed the broken face templates once and for all with the correct fix this time. And I also do some hood planning as well, because the next step of this series is actually to look at the community lots and get some renovated and get others built. So there might be, yeah, quite extensive work done in between this first season and season 2, when I actually start with the next rotations. So yeah, thank you for joining me in this first season of gameplay, and I hope you have enjoyed it so far and that you're excited for eventually seeing season 2. If you have any particular community lots in downtown that you would like me to focus my renovations on, then please let me know and I can take that into consideration. So have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.